Suzuki GSF600 Bandit, 1996 to 2005, review. A real motorcycling legend. The Suzuki Bandit 600, codenamed GSF600, was so successful it spawned a whole class, budget middleweight roadsters. The recipe is simple: take one aging but acceptable SUPERSPORT engine, bung it in a basic, straightforward roadster chassis and price it as keenly as possible. The first Suzuki Bandits proved best sellers, great for novices and as all-rounders. In 2005 the Bandit 600 was replaced by the Suzuki Bandit 650, complete with an all-new engine. All versions, including the half-fared versions, are great value. There's an extremely healthy community for Suzuki Bandit 600 owners, and prospective buyers may want to consider joining the following after reading this review and our owners' reviews. Ride quality and brakes. No glitter or baubles here, but the back-to-basic steel tube cradle chassis does a decent job. Cheap, non-adjustable forks are on the soft side and the standard rear shock quickly tired out. But overall the Bandit handles well enough for most, and its upright stance makes it a comfortable and practical bike. For the money, you certainly won't be complaining until it comes to the brakes. The sliding calipers need quality aftermarket pads and braided steel hoses to get the best from them. Later models got a slightly updated chassis with better tires, but there's little to choose from early to late models. Engine. Taken from the teapot oil-cooled Suzuki GSX600F, the former SUPERSPORT engine lost its top-end rush but gained smooth drive everywhere else. It's a tough unit, and the bottom end survived even the biggest big-bore conversions owners could buy. Carburetors were the driving force then and aided the Bandit's easygoing throttle response, although they are prone for going out of sync and need balancing every 4,000 to 5,000 miles to ensure smooth running. If you're servicing and notice black spark plugs, it's going to be the fuel tap, float levels or needles. The simplest one is the fuel tap. It comes with 3 lever positions, on, res and PRE. It is a vacuum tap that relies on the lower inlet air pressure when the engine is running to draw fuel into carbs in the on or res positions. The PRI position is used to prime the carbs with fuel after servicing work, and should only be used then. If you leave it on PRI, thinking that is off, you can flood the fuel system. The other causes are incorrect float heights or wear in the needle seats, excessively richening up the fuel mixture. You could also check that the air filter isn't blocked. Reliability and build quality. The Bandit's budget tag doesn't necessarily mean cheap tat. The Suzuki GSF600 Bandit is a solid deal made by a reputable manufacturer and uses proven components, so what can go wrong? Not a lot, really. The original exhaust system will have rotted through by now, and the rear shock would have lost what little damping there was in the first place. Like all bikes of this era, especially high-mileage examples, pay particular attention to suspension linkage, running dry and seizing, brake disc wear and obvious signs for a rotting fuel tank. Not forgetting Bandits would have been caned at some point over the decades since it was new, and ridden through winter with minimal maintenance.